Magandang tanghali po, magandang hapon sa lahat ng ating mga kababayan sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Sa ating pong mga kababayan na mga OFWs, again, parati po namin kayo pinagdadasal. Alam po namin na triple ang pinagdadaanan nyo. Nasa abroad na po kayo habang may COVID, yung iba na walang pa ng trabaho, inaalala nyo pa yung mga kamag-anak nyo dito. So I just like to assure you, despite the dirty politics at konting bangayan, behind that po ay nagtatrabaho ng husto ang all branches of government, ang judiciary, lalo-lalo executive, ang Senate at saka House, no? Despite some disagreements, which I will clarify today and now, very very good po ang relationship po ng House at ng Senate, at very very good po ang relationship po ng inyong lingkod at saka ng Senate President. So let me start out by answering questions from the media because nagkaroon ng konting misunderstanding yesterday, no? So, ang tanong kasi ni Daphne Galvez ng Philippine Daily Inquirer would like to ask for speaker's side on Senate President Soto's remark that Cayetano is passing the blame to the Senate if there would be a reenacted budget. Si RG Cruz naman ng ABS-CBN, Sir, pakisagot naman po si Senate President Soto. Thanks, no? Pagsama-sama ko na lang po yung mga questions na magkakapareho, no? So, first of all po, naghabol po ako yesterday because late afternoon po ang Facebook Live ni Senator Lacson, who we work closely with, who I share the no pork, no corruption, no parking policy with, no? But nabanggit kasi niya na reenacted na tong budget na to because he was describing the process. So we respectfully, very respectfully disagree, and the Supreme Court agrees with us on that. And in fact, clarify ito ng presidential spokesman na Harry Roque kanina, and ito po ay ginagawa every year. Ang akala po kasi is that hindi namin pwede i-forward po yung libro na printed na after yung second reading. Pero po, it's very technical, but meron pong small committee na gagawa niyan, and ginagawa po parati yan, no? So, ngayong tanghali, I called up Senator Soto, and let me just summarize, no? I asked him if he can extend to the whole Senate that I apologize na ang dating ay krinikriticize ko o pinapas ko sa Senate kung may delay. Hindi yun ang intensyon, and if na-carry, alam nyo po, ang TV kasi, limited din lang yung time sa news reports dahil maraming balita. So, kaya ako ginawa sa Facebook Live para makita yung buong report, no? At ang sinabi ko po doon is that ang delay po is 1 day. Sinabi ko po doon na na-delay ng 1 month yung submission sa amin. And hindi rin kasalanan ng DBM o executive kasi nagka-COVID. So maraming assumptions ang binago. So imbis na sisihin namin ang executive na delayed 1 month, delayed din po kami, binilisan po namin, no? And that's why we made it in time. Ang akala po kasi nung iba, hindi namin mafo-forward ng maaga sa Senate, and then hindi sila makakapagsimula ng November 17, 1 day after the November 16 schedule. So I'm also extending to Senator Angara, which I told him na personally, I know it's an inconvenience, I know it's not a small thing, but we can make it up lalo sa BICAM. Usually 2 weeks ang BICAM. If we start working on our what we want to do with the budget, how to address people's problems now, until then, mapapaikli natin yung BICAM. Baka 3 days lang, 4 days, matapos po natin yan. I'd like to emphasize po, not only po to my friends in the Senate, our friends po sa Palasyo, to congressmen, but I'm saying this to you as much as to myself. May pandemic po ngayon at COVID eh. So all of us really have to do what it will take to have not only a budget in time, but a great budget. And the Senate has been working hard. Kita nyo naman lahat, as the House has been working hard. Nakita naman po natin na kahit na may exposure sa COVID ang both houses, gumawa ng paraan at tuloy-tuloy. Yung iba, kahit delikado, pumapasok pa rin po, whether sa House o Senate. So that is much appreciated. So sabi ko nga kay Sen Soto, pasensya ka na kung ganyan ang dating. I apologize kung ganyan ang dating. Pero kung titingnan mo yung buong context, hindi po ganun yung context. Yung context is, kung magkakaroon ng reenactment, it won't be on the part of the House because po we made sure that one day lang ang pinag-uusapan. I'm sure po the Senate will work hard, and I extended nga kay Senator Soto yung not only the apologies but yung pakiusap that we make this work, no? So, meron pong ibang tanong. Let me read it lang po sa kabilang cellphone, ha. From Tex Jimenez of GMA7, susundin ba nyo ang call na mag-resume ang session for the sake of budget kasi apektado dito ang nasalaylayan na dapat naka-benefit sa 2021 budget. Precisely why we did it this way, Tex, no? If we continued the budget hearing on the floor, pinupolitika na, no? There are saboteurs, there were people na may sariling mga intensyon, hindi na nakakapag-usap ng mabuti ang mga kongresista at mga departamento. So, yung ginawa po namin na to is not a shortcut, it's a better way. Yung amin small committee will be coordinating closely with the cabinet members, no? And I consulted a lot of people from the executive as well as from the legislative, executive meaning sa cabinet kasi budget nilang mga departamento nila yan, no? So, nakita natin last year, di ba? 2 years ago, nung nagkaroon ng speakership fight, I'm not blaming anyone, nagka-reenacted budget. Last year, kitang-kita nyo naman, kaya confident ako na kayang gawin ng mabilis. Ginawa natin yan. O, ano nangyari? May isa o dalawa sa kampo ni Congressman Velasco ng intriga na hold tuloy yung ibang mga pondo. I don't want that to happen again this year because pag nag-hold yung pondo, hindi naman nagsasuffer yung legislator or yung mayor o governor. Ang nagsasuffer yung tao. Kasi yung project para sa kanya yon. So yung na-hold na hospital, yung na-hold na sports facilities, yung na-hold po na pier, yung na-hold po na road going to the airport, yung na-hold po na school building, hindi po nag-suffer dyan ang mga namumuno o mga leaders po natin. Ang nag-suffer dyan ay tao. Okay. So to your question, can we resume? Nagbabantay naman po kayo sa House, di ba? So lalo yung House reporters. When we suspend or adjourn, let's say on a Wednesday or Thursday night, and say that we will resume on Monday, you cannot resume on a Friday, Saturday, o Sunday. Kasi yan na ang will ng plenary. So, kung makikita nyo yung legislative calendar, instead of adjournment, suspension ginawa natin because may bayanihan too, which gives extraordinary powers then sa executive para ma-solve itong COVID-19 or yung new coronavirus pandemic, no? So we cannot simply go to the session hall even if 300 kami dyan and say that we resume the session, di ba? Because we can resume on November 16. But even if we can go back to the session, it will be more expeditious. We will have a better quality budget if we allow the small committee to be able to do its work. Dapat hindi na po ako magsasalita. Kinausap ko na po ang chairman ng Committee on Appropriations, Chairman Eric Yap, and kahapon si Deputy Speaker El Rey Villafuerte for Finance and si Majority Leader Martin Romualdez na ang instruction ko, meron na silang spokespersons. That's why people like Deputy Speaker Boyet Gonzales and Vice Chairman Alvarado have been speaking for the budget para hindi mapolitika, no? So that maganda yung communication. But let me assure the public, hindi ko naman nakakausap most, but many of the senators, at least some, no, tinatawagan ko para nga walang misunderstanding, no? So having said that, mga kasama, we will be able to send to the Senate the budget in time. And when we send it in time, instead of November 16, with a little bit of work at yung pakiusap nga namin to bear with us, ay magagawa nilang umpisahan sa floor yung budget ng November 17. Remember, when Senator Soto was majority leader, I was minority leader sa Senate. When I was majority leader, he was minority leader. So, despite disagreements, we know how to work with each other and we know how to respect each other. And I meant no disrespect to the Senate as an institution, which I love, which I was a part of. I meant no disrespect in saying na pag na-reenact, ang ibig ko lang po sabihin doon, hindi sa amin po manggagaling yung reason, di ba? So kung very naman po, I mean, hindi nyo naman po rin sinisising executive na instead of Sosona, late August po dumating. Ang original schedule po natin, kung hindi nagka-COVID, much earlier. So in the same manner, hindi din naman tayo sinisisi ng most, pero may isa o dalawa syempre na sinasabi, madi-delay. Hindi po, one day po ang diferensya. And as I said, the former congressman and now presidential spokesman already said, wala po ang ginagawang bago ang 18th Congress or si Alan Cayetano, wala pong bago dito. We are following po presidents. Ito po yung mga nangyari na in the past. Ito po ginawa last year. Ito po ay mga in-uphold na po ng Supreme Court. Let me say, from Christian DZRH, ano po comment nyo na i-adapt na lang ng House ang Senate version? Depende po sa kalalabasan ng Senate version. In any bill, that's always an option. It's also an option for the Senate to adopt the House version. But because the budget is so complicated, a lot of pages. Remember, this isn't about numbers. This is about real people sa mga buhay ng mga tao. Kaya po ako nagmadali na mag-Facebook Live po kahapon is precisely po because nga I didn't want na sa news mawalan ng pag-asa ang publiko at sabihin sigurado ng reenacted. Because I have faith po in our colleagues in the Senate, I have faith po in our legal departments, I have faith po in the rulings of the Supreme Court na magiging maganda po ang kalalabasan po nito. Remember, it's not only passing the budget. Kung passing the budget lang, de isang linggo ginawa. It's coming up with a great budget, a budget that is really responsive to our people, no? Okay, ano pa ba yung mga tanong? Victoria Tulad, GMA 7, many still don't understand why the budget was abruptly passed and the session suspended. Victoria, please go back to my speech that day, di ba? Sabi ni Congressman Velasco ay hino-hostage namin yung budget. And humahaba yung budget and there were people sabotaging every day, may false and fake news about sino may pondo, claiming na may barkada, na malaki pondo. So, nagiging convoluted na masyado yung budget, no? So, what we did is one manner of doing the budget. In different years, nagte-third reading bago ipasa sa Senate. In different years, nagsa-second reading muna. But panahon po nga ng COVID ngayon at nilalabanan natin yan. So instead of waste another week and create more misunderstanding, we passed it in second reading, created a small committee, and I was very honest and transparent sa inyo how we will be able to address the concerns ng bawat isang kongresista. Kaya let me address myself naman sa mga tao, sa ating mga kababayan. Kung kayo ay nasa opisina ng inyong congressman at sinasabi nyo, paano yon yung anak nyo walang module, o paano po yon wala kaming tablet or electronic device, or kung nandun ka sa leader ng inyong mayor, governor, or congressman at sinasabi na, sir, walang health center dito, or may health center dito, walang gamot, if they are going for big or small problems, that is important to us. Trabaho namin sa congressman ng mga kongresista, congressmen and women, to make sure that the departments are responsive. Halimbawa, DSWD, for all the flack they've given, and we've been critical sometimes, kulang sila sa tao, kulang sila sa equipment. So if we don't give that in the next budget, we can't just say, kasalanan ng DSWD yun. Hindi po. Congress has to go to every department and ask them kung anong pangangailangan talaga nila and suriin kung pangangailangan to or whatever, di ba? Or kung totoo o hindi. Right now, yung prioritization is very important. Remember, doble ang problema ngayon, lives and livelihood. So meaning the budget is supposed to keep people safe and healthy, but it should also jumpstart yung ating ekonomiya. Ang problema, pag wala rin pumapasok, lumalaki din yung deficit. So, hindi po ganun kasimple ang usapin ng budget sa panahon po ng COVID. No? This is a war. A war against COVID-19, a war to keep our people safe, a war to keep our economy afloat, diba? So we have to make leadership decisions that are good for everyone. If you think that if tinuloy pa rin namin third reading, walang mga ganitong issues, walang intrigahan, then we're from a different planet. Kasi ganyan ang politika sa Pilipinas eh. Kahit nakiusap ako kay Congressman Velasco, na klaro naman sa usapan, November, pabayaan mo munang tapusin yung budget, o sunod-sunod ang tirada at ang budget ang ginagamit na issue laban sa amin. That is very, very, very clear. Just review the So that's why we explained it sa session hall, why we went this crossroad yan eh. So pipili ka talaga ng daan at paninindigan. And we're working closely, no? So just as an update, I'm calling for the meeting of the small group on Monday because my staff, Congressman Chairman Eric Yap, DSL Ray, and all of our staffs and Vice Chairman ng APRO, si Manix Delipe, si Jonathan Alvarado, ang Senior Vice Chairperson, si Eileen Buhain, Ermita Buhain. We're talking, we're meeting, we're preparing everything. I've been on the phone with several public officials yesterday to get the information we need. So basically po, it's just a different way of getting something done, but not only getting it done, but getting it done well. So I believe we've sorted it out, and I believe na it was a big miscommunication. Opinion ng isang congressman o isang senador is hindi naman opinion ng buong institusyon. And kung maglalaban naman sa opinion, then yung majority masusunod, but the majority has to follow the Constitution, and the interpreter of the Constitution is the Supreme Court. So, nasa magandang kalagayan po ang stand po ng House, no? From Sian of the House Media, Kong Velasco Camp say until suspension of session until November shows you don't want election to be held for the Speaker on October 14 because you lack the numbers. We've proven po time and time again that we have the numbers. In fact, I sincerely offered to resign on September 30. Part of me, very honestly, was hoping that I've gained the respect ng ating mga kongresista and they'd see yung pinaglalabang ko and that the country needs a great budget. Part of me naman, kung ayaw na talaga sa akin, sana mangyari na rin para naman makapag-focus din ako dito po sa Taguig Pateros, sa aking pamilya, at saka sa libo-libo pong sumuporta sa amin throughout the decades all around the country, no? I can do work whether I'm speaker or not, no? So, yung sinasabi pong niyang numbers, again, uulitin ko yung sinabi ko kahapon. Come to my office, dala-dala yung listahan na may pirmahan ka ng majority, i-check natin na hindi lang doble yung pumirma sa'yo at sa akin. Then, just like in the Senate, as gentlemen, we can wait for November 16, then palitan mo ako. Pero kung panay salita, ang dulot nun ay balita. So far, panay salita yan, so paano mo naman ako papalitan by just saying you have the numbers, di ba? You said you worked quietly. Wala rin naman ebidensya. Wala ka rin mapakitang trabaho, di ba? So, I want to heed the call of Deputy Speaker Pulong Duterte, who's helped us stabilize the House, who has done good work, no, in different areas of legislation, na we be civil with each other, we unite the House, and I'm trying to do that, di ba? But we can't do that if siraan ang mangyayari. So, ang pakiusap ko lang sa Velasco Camp, stop coming up with lies, stop the black propaganda, let's talk, let's sit down, be part of the budget process. If you want to attend the meeting of the small group, we can make room there, no? But don't give impossible options sa media at sa tao because you know that that's not possible, no? So, follow up from Tex Jimenez, do we expect kung perceived to be close to Velasco na matanggal sa chairmanship? Hindi po. As I told you from the start, I don't want to remove everyone. I want to work with everyone. We've worked well even with the opposition. We've worked well even with the minority. But ang problema, kailangan pong tanggalin yung walang tigil po na working against us in the House, not against me personally. Diba? Hindi naman po pwede na nakatutok sa budget, tapos sa party list, kasinungalingan ang sasabihin, gagalitin, gagawin na manggulo dun sa floor. Maapektuhan yung budget, di ba? wala naman sekreto ngayon, whether Viber groups, WhatsApp groups, whether mga meetings, etc. So yung mga nakita lang po namin na nagiging obstacle na magawa namin na mabuti ang trabaho, nagkaroon lang po ng maliit na reorganization, di ba? And this is normal when things like this happen, no? But I hope, despite difference of opinion, we can work together. Kung ang intention po ay revenge o politika or strengthening our position, de sana kunin ko na lahat ng committee ng iba tapos ipamigay sa mga malapit sa akin. But we did not do that. And we continue to reach out. At yung kinakalat nila na i-zero daw po ang budget ng aming mga katunggali, hindi po totoo yun. Kasi pagka ziniro mo po yung budget, maapektuhan po yung distrito, yung pong mga tao doon. But definitely po, each and every district po ay titignan namin each and every program ng gobyerno kasi COVID ngayon and we have to make sure walang waste dyan. And we have to make sure it's equitable, no? Ano pa? Melvin Gascon, House Media, question po. Why is the Speaker saying that the relegation of small committee on budget amendments will not violate the principle of transparency when Kong Velasco's camp, whose members have been most vocal and even apportionment, is not represented? Can you include one member from the Makabayan Bloc? We note that the most of the small committee are the same lawmakers are identified members to be your gang. Unang-una, Melvin, wala pong gang sa House of Representatives. Paminsan-minsan po, pag nagkakasarapan at medyo super late night, from Mami Siopaw, umu-order kami ng lugang. Yun lang po ang may gang sa House, no? It's widely represented, different parties. This is what we do. The minority and majority is there. Take a look at the different years. The transparency will be in the budget, di ba? Sila Kong Velasco cannot have it both ways, no? Hindi sila pwedeng manira, mag-black propaganda, and then they want to control the committee. As I said, I'm inviting them, no? The small committee naman po, magkakaroon pa rin naman ng third reading, no? So, you know, this is valid questions, but you have to really know what's happening on the ground. And you have to go to real politics, di ba? Na nangyayari dito. Ria Fernandez, TV5, through small committee have been practiced in the past. There are some lawmakers who raise transparency issues. There's always transparency issues, Ria, kasi napakakapal ng budget. But kayo sa media ang witness naman na all of this come out, di ba? All of this come out and all of this will come out. The reality is Kong Velasco has been promising, his group has been promising projects to their group, no? And wanted to use the budget. And now binabato sa amin transparency. Kita mo kami, we came out with names. We came out with statistics na totoo. 7 out of 10 dun sa highest, hindi ko naman ganun ka-close. So paano niya sasabihin gang ko, 'di ba? So kahit gumawa kayo ng mga lahat ng analysis, makikita nyo hindi po totoo ang sinasabi nila. Divine de la Cruz of House Media, question, reaction po sana on calls of some lawmakers to reopen budget deliberation. Everyone po wants to be part of the budget. Ako nung kongresista ako from 98 to 2007, kahit gaano ka-active, I wanted a few minutes. But the reality is, the deliberation has to stop at one point. And the amendments and the putting together of the budget has to start. So all the members of Congress will be represented through the 13 because after the Monday meeting, may forms kami per department. They're free to call the departments. The Secretary Yusek Asek assured me that they'll make themselves available. May mga dokumento silang ibibigay, no? So, yun lang po, it won't be in the session hall in front of everyone, but it doesn't mean po that it won't be transparent. That's why nga po, we had all of those forms and everything, no? May iba pa bang question akong hindi nasagot? Nakalagay. Last question na yan, pare. Okay. So far yan ang question. And as I said, no, I was trying to put together people from the 13 and with the majority leader and the chairman of Committee on Appropriations to answer all of this. May I just add, hindi lang po budget ang aming trabaho. Halimbawa po sa PhilHealth, nakita nyo naman po ang statement ng bagong leadership. Hanggang ngayon may mga problema pa rin siya. We have to meet with them. We have to address problems. May mga pasyente tayo. Hindi lang sa ibang ospital, pero for example, sa kidney clinics, no, na kung saan yung dialysis clinics na hindi nababayaran ng PhilHealth, kaya pag nagsara yan, mas malaking problema. Meron po tayong mga health centers na wala pong equipment at maliliit, so paano mo paghihiwalay yung may symptoms ng COVID dun sa mga nagpapabakuna. So there are 1,001 things that we have to take care of. Some of them will be through hearings. So hindi po bawal ang hearings. We will have hearings. It is being prepared at the right time. So yes, we don't want this argument about the budget. But it's out there, no? And there's a lot of miscommunication. So all I'm trying to do is reconnect the dots and to make sure that the relationships are intact, especially within the House and the Senate, and that we can all sacrifice and work together. The Senate has been more than willing to sacrifice in many times in our history, and we have very good people there. Ganon din po ang House. And in the same manner that we sacrificed, kahit na original schedule namin is first week of August mag-start ang deliberation, inabot kami ng first week of September. So nakikiusap ako, no, sa lahat, pati sa Palasyo, pati sa Senado, na yung one day po na pinagtatalunan ay pagtulong-tulungan na lang po natin. God bless you all po. Sorry, I can't be on Facebook Live that long because as I said, daan-daan o libong pahina ang kailangan namin padaanan, napakaraming reports, and we still have to keep talking to yung tanong po, why don't we investigate, sinong tanong? Archery Kalunod, why don't you investigate PhilHealth? Mature na po, sir, yung aming investigation sa PhilHealth, but we might have one more hearing given the new findings ng bagong leadership. But we're doing that po. Hindi lang po kasi nami-media lahat ng aming ginagawa. Ano to? Clark Hanson Coa, sa ibang candidate for speaker na lang kasi kung si Velasco absent lang siya palagi. That's always an option. Daming magagaling sa House. You can always choose kung sino. Sinesenyasan lang ako ni Congresswoman Lani that we have to go and ang dami pong kailangan asikasuhin. But I keep explaining to my wife that like her, na ikot ng ikot sa distrito, explain ng issue, I cannot go to dulo ng Luzon, dulo ng Visayas. So Facebook is my way, especially ngayong panahon ng COVID, na to connect. So last na to, from Frapao, Lonce, Durac, Parcotillo. Basta project the taxpayers' money, Mr. Speaker, and make it really going to its purpose. Opo, Sir Frapao, that's our intention po talaga, to make sure na walang wastage, to make sure na may prioritization. Katulad nung sinabi ko, hindi katanggap-tanggap sa House na gera to, ang sundalo natin sa gera, ang frontliners medical, pero hindi naman tumaas ang budget ng Department of Health, no? So maraming po talagang kailangan gawin. God bless you po. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. I hope this clarified a lot. And please pray for us po. No one's perfect. We know that. Sundin po natin yung nasa Chronicles, sa libro sa Bible, that we should turn from our evil ways, we should reach out to God, we should pray, we should repent, and we should ask Him to heal our land. God bless you all. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat.